Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Crack the Electronics with Rajesh. I'm going to put you the content for electronic basics and how to crack the electronic interviews, hardware design interviews, and also I'm posting Verilog series so you can have an idea about like basic electronics and you can crack the interview easily. So let's support my channel. If you like the content, put like for my video and also subscribe my channel. That would be very much helpful for me. Let's deep dive into the topic Ohm's law. So what you don't know about it. So this is actually part of interview process. Everyone can explain the Ohm's law, but what you should know, that's what matter at all. So we are going to explain those things. What is Ohm's law? So basically, Ohm's law states that the current through a conductor is directly proportional to the voltage across it. Yeah. So current is directly proportional to voltage as per the Ohm's law and inversely proportional to the temperature everything. So that's why the important point I am here mentioning is temperature remains constant. So if temperature doesn't remains constant, it is not a ohmic device. If anything like I or anything changes based on temperature means you can't say it is a ohmic law. So that's important. That's why the new point is highlighted here, provided temperature remains constant. Why is Ohm's law important? Oh, it is very important. It helps in understanding and designing electrical circuit by relating voltage, current, and resistance. So, if as a design engineer, you people should know about V is equal to I into R formula. It would be very much helpful if you want to find any voltage drop across some connector to connector resistance and some plane power planes if they are drawing in PCBs. You should want to know how much drop can cause because of this large area of plane or because of the connectors, stacked connectors we are using. So that's why this voltage current resistance V is equal to I into R plays a major role. Any circuit follows the Ohm's law only. What is the formula of Ohm's law? Basically, you people know V is equal to I into R, where V is voltage, I is current, and R is resistance. What are the units used in Ohm's law? Basically voltage V in volts, current I in amperes, and resistance R in ohms. Does Ohm's law apply to all materials? No, it only applies to ohmic material that have a linear VI relationships. So this is very very important. Non-ohmic materials like diodes do not follow Ohm's law. Why we are telling, if you take a diode or something that have some threshold, if you cross the threshold only it will start conducting. So the resistance on the diode varies when you apply some threshold voltage that crosses it. So if anything I into R varies depends on some conditions means that is not a Ohm's law. Like they are like ohmic, non-ohmic devices. If you take a transistor, there will be a gate and source and drain. If source to drain need to be conducted, we need to give some voltage at gate. That is very important. So after getting that voltage only it will start conducting. So resistance varies, like first it is has a high impedance state and then after giving voltage it the resistance varies and it start conducting. So this is why they are all not ohmic devices. Increased temperature so how does temperature affect Ohm's law? Increasing temperature generally increases the resistance in conductor affecting the linearity of Ohm's law. That's what I'm told. Any device is not ideal. If you increase the temperature, the device properties definitely will change. So the resistance will change and that will affect the Ohm's law, like linearity of the Ohm's law. What is an ohmic material? A material that obeys Ohm's law and has a linear voltage current relationship. So what is a non-ohmic material? So as I told, a material that does not obey the Ohm's law, such as diodes and transistors. How do you verify Ohm's law experimentally? By varying voltage across the temperature and measuring the current, then plotting a VI graph to check linearity. If you like, I'm varying the resistor. If I apply a voltage, like varying voltage, so across we want, like we can say, if I have a fixed resistor, I'm varying the voltage and measuring the current. If you plot it, it will be linearly increase, like it won't drastically change up and down. That's what they are mentioning here. So voltage and current is in, like, directly proportional to each other. What is the significance of linear VI graph? It indicates constant resistance and confirms a material obeys Ohm's law. So, if you say Ohm's law, if it is says to be obeying, so it should have a constant resistance. That what matter, and you should say why we need linear, like linear VI graph. It have a constant resistance and confirms the material obeys Ohm's law. So can a diode obey Ohm's law? No, a diode has a threshold voltage and exhibits a nonlinear behavior. After a threshold voltage, diode resistance changes and it shorts and it conducts. So like that happens, right? So that's why it is a non-ohmic devices. What is the unit of resistance? Ohm's law, like resistance is ohm, derived from VI characteristics. So what happens to current if voltage is doubled and resistance remains constant? So current also doubles. I told you, right? I is equal to V by R. So I and V are proportional to each other. Resistance remains constant means definitely current also doubles voltage if doubled. How does Ohm's law help in circuit design? It helps calculate resistor values, current limits, and power ratings. As I told you, if I'm an engineer, I'm going to design a circuit, resistor value calculations, current calculations for my power designs, and also getting the power rating, how much my module can perform, like how much power consumption going to happen. Everything can be found using Ohm's law. What are the limitations of Ohm's law? It does not apply to non-linear devices, AC circuit with reactance and materials affected by temperatures. What is the resistance of a component with 12 volt and 3 amps? So here they given a voltage and an amps. So easily I can calculate R is equal to V by I. So 12 by 3, it is 4 amps. Sorry guys, 4 ohms. What is the voltage across a 5 ohm resistor carrying it to amps? So 5 ohm resistor and I is to amps, so voltage will be 10 volt. Find the current through a 10 ohm resistor connected to 5 volt. So we want to find the current, so I is equal to V by R, 5 by 10, so 0.5 amps. A bulb draws 0.5 amps from a 220 volt supply. What is its resistance? So we have a current and 220 volt supply, so voltage. So R is equal to V by I. So 220 by 0.5 is equal to 440 ohms. If resistance is halved, the voltage remains constant. What happens to the current? Current doubles. Since I is equal to V by R by 2, I am putting here R resistance because R is halved, so R by 2. So if you calculate is 2 into V by R. So if I want to say, like, it is doubled. Okay guys, thank you guys for your support. If you like my video, put a like and subscribe my channel Crack the Electronics with Rajesh.